everybody, welcome to another video. My name is Infiniti and today I am back with another Sentro knitting machine video. Had to remember my intro there. Today I'm going to be showing you another yarn that may or may not work in this machine. To be honest, I don't know. I went through the trouble of finding a center strand before I hit record on this video because I didn't want to be bothered with all that business given the nature of this yarn. So this is a yarn that I got from, oh gosh, was it last year or something, when Hobby Lobby had their big sale for the season and they were marking stuff down. I saw this and at the time I had a purpose for it, and now I don't really know what that purpose was for, but I thought since the holidays are fast approaching and a lot of us are procrastinators that I would talk about this fuzzy Christmas-esque eyelash yarn. So this is a Yarn Bee yarn. It is called Gilt Eyelash in the color Opal. It's really sparkly. The camera doesn't really do it justice. Let's see more details on it. There are 111 yards in this, and I believe it's 100% polyester. I forgot where I saw that. Tra-la-la-la, I can't find it anymore. Oh no, it's 65% polyester, and then the 35% comes in with the little metallic bits that make it shimmer. It is absolutely gorgeous. So today I'm going to be testing this out in my Sentro 22 needle knitting machine. So do me a favor real quick, leave me a little white heart in the comment section because I don't know if this is going to work in my machine, and we all know by now that the 22 is the most finicky, but I am a glutton for punishment. Plus, I love doing these tests for you all. So, without further ado, let's just get into this. I will preface this by stating it is not in any way a tutorial. So, if you are looking for tutorials, I have a very popular, very fantastic Sentro knitting machine playlist back on my channel. You might recognize me as the OG, but you know, anyway, you can check that out back there, and I will try to leave that playlist linked at the end of this video. Alright, so I'm just going to cast on in a regular circle, just try to live my best life with this eyelash yarn. About a week ago I was asked about sequin yarn, and I would have loved to do a demonstration on that. One, I don't think that sequin yarn would be a good fit for this machine or any of the sizes. Just because sequins have the tendency to get in the way, and you really have to work with that. Kind of like when you knit with artsy yarns, you have to kind of manipulate the yarn around the needles and stuff with hand knitting. And then with this, obviously, you'd have to manipulate that kind of thing around these pegs so that they don't try to grab the sequins themselves and snap needles and things like that. Beside the point. Let's get into cranking now that I've cast on all the way. Let me see. It's very thin. The base of this yarn is very thin, and I don't think these straggly bits are really going to cause me any trouble. I'm still going to put it in the medium tension, though it could probably really stand to be on the smallest tension or the tightest tension. Okay. I like the sound that it's making as it runs through the machine. I have a little sticking going on here, which I don't really like. So my main concern with this yarn is whether or not these fibers are going to gum up my machine. But again, these are the sacrifices I make for you, so don't forget to like this video in case my machine goes up in flames. Oops. Put that back in the tension guide. I don't know if you can hear that sound, that little metallic sound that's going through the machine, but it very much reminds me of the like tinsely little jingle of Jingle Bells. It also low-key reminds me of this old Christmas sweater that I knit, but that is beside the point of this video. It doesn't feel like I am catching or grinding any of my gears, so that's always a good sign. And I am cranking at a normal speed. So, all's well that ends well, maybe? And I'm also very happy to report that the center string on this particular ball is immaculate. It's not tangled or anything like that, so knock on wood. There's wood underneath this covering I did on this table. So, yeah. Perhaps I should have used the gold or the red one. The white probably wasn't the greatest to use against a white table, in retrospect. Do one more round here with the yarn that I pulled out. Maybe two. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to cast this off loosely. I, off camera, am going to attempt to unwind this yarn. As you can see, it's very fuzzy, very fluffy down in that machine. Can't really see the end of the tube. Absolutely love this. And I didn't feel any catching or snagging while I was cranking, so I don't think there are any tucked or, what's the other word? We're just going to say tucked. I don't think there are any tucked stitches in this fabric, so I'm just going to cast this off. So I'm going to crank a row without yarn here and let it hopefully fall off the machine. You might have to pry this off the machine because of the little eyelashes, but it's all good. Is that it? There we go. Okay, yeah. Oh my god, that is beautiful. Okay. I can't wait to show this to you. Hold on. Okay, I went and got a blocking mat to hopefully help with this. Now it's time for the grand reveal. Look at that. That is so freaking charming, and I love it. So the machine actually knit in a lot of the eyelashes on the outside, so you can actually see a lot more of the knit stitches than I would have initially expected. But then on either end you have the fuzziness, which is so sparkly, so gorgeous, so playful. And I feel like this would work out really well for Santa hats if you've ever made those on the Sentro, or if you are in a pinch to finish sleeve island on something you're knitting. Use this for the cuff for Christmas and call it a done deal. Now this is the inside, which is, it looks like a chia pet. I love it. I was going to say a Furby, but I don't want to bring back any flashbacks for anybody. So yeah, does this yarn work in the Sentro knitting machine? Absolutely. And I want to show you, so let me go grab the other skeins. Like I said, I should have used a different color on my white table. Because this yarn also came in a very glitzy red, which is called Star Ruby. And then they also had this gold color, which was called Sun Spark. So you can tell who was just buying stuff because it was on sale at the time. Anyway, so yeah, this yarn definitely works in the Sentro knitting machine. And to be honest, if it works in the Sentro 22, which is the most sensitive of our sweet knitting machines, then it will work in absolutely all of them. Alright, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If so, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. I post Sentro tutorials or videos on Thursdays at 9:30 a.m. CST. However, this is the last, this is the last kind of main type of tutorial thing that I'm going to be doing for 2023. So I won't be posting another Sentro video until 2024. I guess that's why I've been a little playful this episode. There's lots of fun stuff going on behind the scenes here at Infiniti Crafting Co. And I hope that you will, again, subscribe, become a part of my community, and stick around to see what's coming in the new year. If you want to support me and follow my work outside of YouTube, I am also on Instagram, but most importantly, I have a website, and on said website, I have a pattern club called Hey Craftapreneur. It's been going since July, and I just want to say thank you to those of you who have been supporting that, because it allows me to actually be able to put more time, energy, and focus into making these tutorials that you guys have come to love. Oh my gosh, I can't English today. Anyway, recently, as of, well, technically last week, I issued early access to my members, but officially Monday I released the left-handed version of my beginner crochet course on my website. So you can either purchase that one off, or when you become a member of Hey Craftapreneur, it is automatically included in your subscription, so you'll be able to access that. Basically, I wanted to show people how to crochet from beginning to end, things I wish I would have been walked through when I first started how to crochet, and it's a whole living course. So as time goes on and I think of other things that maybe I did not include in the pilot launch, or as you guys come up with interesting and new things, you can email me and I will try to like troubleshoot that, record something maybe, and put it in there so it can be updated for future crafties to learn from. So that has been my biggest and most exciting project all year, and I hope that some of you will head over there and support the content and learn how to crochet with me. Or maybe you know somebody who wants to learn how to crochet. Either way that goes, I hope to see more of you over there. I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful holiday, whatever you celebrate, and a wonderful new year. Hope all your ends get magically woven in. I'm going to stop rambling on this video, but until next time, happy making. I'll also be sure to leave the link to the previous channel chat at the end of this video, so you can check out more details on the crochet club thing, because I didn't do it justice in this video. Bye!